Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. I've had a lot of people asking about how I do my videos, how I prep them for YouTube. So rather than just answering each question individually, I thought I'd just give you a kind of an overview on how I usually shoot my videos. So usually I'm shooting with my Nikon D7000. Sometimes I use the 60D. Lately I've had a lot of problems with the 60D shutting down from overheating, and sometimes like very quickly within a minute or two. So I don't know if that's necessarily overheating or if it's just some type of glitch. Anyways, I found it easier and more beneficial to be using my D7000 most of the time. So I'm shooting at the full 1080 HD at 24 frames per second on the D7000. And what I do is I shoot the video. I'm recording with my Zoom in front of me, or I'm using a lav mic if I can't use the Zoom H2. And basically what I'm doing is I take that into Sony Vegas. I have Adobe Premiere Pro. Haven't actually got around to really teaching myself it. I recently bought it, I think in December or something. So I do need to get into using that more. But whatever editing software you're using, take it into your software. Take it into Sony Vegas. So I import both files. I import the movie file from the camera. I import the audio file from the Zoom. I use the graphical representation of the audio to sync them up. I blow them up, I zoom in on them, and I sync them up. Then I listen to make sure that they're synced. If they need any minor adjustments, then I do that. And once I have the audio synced, then I group the two tracks and eliminate the camera audio. So I have that nice clean audio from my Zoom, my H2. And then what I do is I do my cutting and my editing of my video. And then I export it to 720p at 24 frames per second in Sony Vegas, because that's what I upload. That's the size I want for YouTube. And then once I have that file, it's still a pretty big file. And then once I have that file, what I do is I use the open source video software Handbrake. And then what I do is I take Handbrake and I convert it to a smaller file for upload to YouTube. And I've got it so that I can shrink it down by at least 50%, sometimes an even greater factor. If I'm doing cartoons or anything, or videos with a lot of photos in them, it can get down even sometimes 10% of the size. And basically what my presets are in Handbrake is I go to Apple, Universal, and then I just set the width to 1280. So we're keeping it at the 1280, so we're still at 720p. And then I hit it to convert. I don't change anything else. I set it to the Apple preset, Universal underneath of the Apple. So that's Apple, Universal, and I just make sure I change the width back to 1280 so it's keeping it at the full 720p. And then it just shrinks my file down to a nice file. I check it just to make sure that it plays well. And then I check it when I upload it to YouTube. I've tried a few of the other presets with Handbrake. Some of them haven't worked very well. They've encoded funny. Maybe you've watched a video I've had up and it didn't look right, and you'll notice I pulled it down a second later. That's because I was playing with some of the presets. These are the ones I have that work well. So there you go. That's how I shoot my videos. That's how I shrink them down for maximum quality and size to go onto YouTube. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope that helps you if you're working with your videos. And stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks.